to stop it really quickly. I wanted to point out this. This is the start of Chinatown. This is actually the second oldest Chinatown in the world. Well, third oldest if you say China is the oldest. The second oldest, anyone know where?
San Francisco.
Yeah, the oldest Chinatown in the world. Any idea? No, San Francisco. That's the oldest, yeah. So Melbourne is the second oldest. Now, why would Melbourne have a Chinatown that's so old? That is a great question, right? Now, the reason why they have the second oldest one in the world is because of the gold rush. So in 1851, gold was discovered just north of Melbourne, and it attracted people from all over the world. So we had a lot of Argentines, a lot of Brazilians, a lot of Germans, actually tons of Germans. One of the reasons why Australia has such a good wine industry is the Germans. So yeah, and also of course a lot of Chinese came here as well. Some of them came to actually look for gold, others came to provide goods and services for those who were going out to the gold fields. So picks and shovels and food and that kind of stuff, yeah. Now the Chinese sell their own area here, mostly because of a lot of, well, it was racism, basically, pure and simple. The Chinese had very different ways about their religion and how they lived life and everything else. For example, the Chinese, obviously, they weren't Christians, and this was Christianity was a large part of what Melbourne was about. They weren't Christians, but on Sundays they gambled. Now, of course, Sundays you go to church normally, so to gamble on a Sunday was seen as a bit of a sin. The Chinese also didn't drink, but they smoked opium. And opium was kind of viewed as a horrible drug and everything else. So those kind of things and just racism, pure and simple, meant the Chinese couldn't really integrate. They had to have their own section. So back in the 1850s, 1860s, Chinatown was a great place if you wanted to get mugged, stabbed, maybe catch some typhoid. Yeah, well, not a very nice area. These days though, fantastic place to go and get some really, really good and fairly affordable Chinese food. I'd recommend some places. They're all pretty good. Probably the two best Chinese restaurants in Melbourne are in Chinatown. One's called the Flower Drum and the other one is called Mask of China. They're a bit more expensive, but they are very, very good. Very, very good. Maybe a date night. Maybe something else. However, one of my favourite places in Chinatown is down here. It's called Shanghai Dumplings. Shanghai Dumplings. For $12, all you can eat dumplings. $12, and it's BYO, even better. So to find Shanghai Dumplings, you walk through here, turn left on Tattersall's Lane, and then left, and then it's on the left-hand side. It does get really busy, so if you want to have dinner there, you need to get there by about 6. So there's 2 levels, but they fill up really, really quickly. It's awesome. They also do things like Hokkien noodles and bok choy and things like that. So, also bizarrely, there's a Hofbrau house in Chinatown. So down there, 3 streets down on the right-hand side is the Hofbrau house. However, like ridiculously expensive. How much is a mass in Germany? 8 euros, 10 euros for a mass, like a litre of beer. Depends when. Oh, so it's like 14 or whatever. Yeah.
Normally you buy like 400 milliliter.
So the Hofbrau house here for a litre of beer, in German it's called a Mass. Here it's like $25 Australian. It's quite expensive, but it is proper German beer. German beer is super top. Super top. Is that right? Super top. So yeah, really, really good German beer, but very expensive. They did Oktoberfest a couple of weeks ago, but it's open all year round. So if you want a German beer here, check out Chinatown. Cool. That's all. Any questions, guys? No? The restaurants in Chinatown also they're open like really early in the morning. So you can go in there at like 4 o'clock in the morning when you're going to be, of course, incredibly sober, and they'll be happy to take you in. So my first time in Chinatown was at about 4:30 in the morning, and I was so drunk I couldn't even read the menu. So we just said to the waiter, bring us food, and he did. Just a selection of food. They were so nice to us. They really should not have been so nice. So Chinatown, really, really good. All right, cool.